So, and speaking of which, one of the things that we actually love doing, and the reason why, why did you ruin the show, Sean? Sorry, Johnny. Sorry, man. One of the things that we do talk about in this, and if you're gamers, this is where you want to tune in. We love watching the game and everything, but we like taking it one step further and getting down in and being the GM, being the head coach, and working at it on our NCAA 14 or NCAA revamp Dynasty updates. I'm going to come to you first because I know you've been through it this last couple of days, man. What's going on?
Yeah, so I had Army again for, like, as you know from last week, I do the home and homes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the back end of Army. Exact same game as last, like the year before. It was turnover after turnover after turnover.
Yep.
And then I got it rolling and came right back. This time, though, I scored with like 8 seconds left again. It was like both times were inside of 30 seconds. This time I got the onside kick, threw the Hail Mary, and it was that Tennessee St. Louis Super Bowl all over again. I got tackled at the 2-yard line, lost 56-49 again. Exact same score as the other one. And then ran the table the rest of the way because I'm in the Sun Belt. Destroyed Southern Alabama in the Sun Belt Conference Championship.
Yeah.
And then it had teams. So I only had the one loss, and it had teams with 2 and 3 losses above me because they won the ACC, Pac-12, all that. So I said, no, this is ridiculous. I found there's a mod online you can get where you can set up an actual CFP playoff.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that. I did an 8-team playoff. So I've got the rankings here. I went all into it.
Yes.
Where are we at here? So I had 1 seed Nebraska. They went undefeated, won the Big Ten, and just they dominated everybody. They were the only undefeated team. I did all the conference champions for the Power 5, and then I did 3 wild cards.
Okay.
So Nebraska won the Big Ten. They were the 1 seed. Clemson won the ACC. They were the 2 seed. UCF won the Big 12. They were the 3 seed.
Oh, wow.
I was the top wild card team. I was better than the other conference champions, so I put myself at the 4.
Yep.
Colorado won the Pac-12. They were the 5 seed. Yeah, Colorado. Oklahoma was the 2nd wild card. They were the 6th seed. Army, who beat me but lost to Oklahoma, ended up being the 7th seed. Had they been in a conference, I probably would have put them ahead.
That's right. They're independent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So because they were independent and lost to Oklahoma, and my resume was better than Oklahoma, I went me, Oklahoma, then Army, and Florida won the SEC. So the SEC wild card was higher than the SEC champion, just based on the resumes and everything.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was in the other division, actually had a better record than Florida.
Oh, that's right.
But the way it played out, Florida beat whoever won the SEC West.
Yeah.
So Florida's in because of the SEC champion, but Oklahoma's the better team.
Now let people know you've altered things to how they are coming up.
Yeah.
So if you hear Oklahoma in the SEC, it's because that's what's going to happen.
Oh, I started right off the bat with like USC, UCLA went to the Big Ten. Oklahoma and Texas went to the SEC. UCF, Cincinnati, all those guys went to the Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
The Pac-12 has like 8 teams left.
Back to the Pac-8.
So, yeah. So Nebraska beat the brakes off Florida. It was 28-9. Mm-hmm. Clemson and Army. Clemson won 37-34. And 3-seeded UCF and 4-seeded JMU both beat their opponents by a score of 38-21.
Okay.
So the semifinal, Clemson beat UCF. I forget what the score was because after my game, I was just so done with it. I was just like, let's get it over with. Because Nebraska beats JMU 36-32. I was up 32-29 with under 2 minutes left. They had all 3 timeouts. So I was like, okay, I got to run the ball, chew this clock, made them eat their timeouts. And 2nd down, my running back, I handed off to him just a straight dive. He fumbles the ball. Nebraska
No.
picks it up, drives down the field, and scores with like right as time expired to win 36-32. Nebraska went on to win the whole thing. I had the number 1 recruiting class going into this next season. Started off number 5. Beat the brakes off Minnesota to end that home and home. I was still playing when Sean messaged me the link for this. So I'm currently in a battle with 19th ranked Missouri. It's 7-7 early in the second quarter. I went down, drove the field, and scored. And then they took it right back on me with a kick return touchdown. I almost went right back on them, got it right to midfield, and then I just kind of put it on pause there.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. So we'll try to get through this quick so you can get back to it because I get it 100%. So I've told you, and ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, I am playing with Temple out of Philadelphia. Obviously, they started as a very low seed. I've been coaching there, my guy, for 10 years. This is the 10th and final year. So, like many other years, because we are in the American Conference, they don't really respect us. They don't acknowledge us. So we can go undefeated, and they're still going to put us, outside the top 4, this and that stuff. So this year we had that. We actually started at 4. And at one point, after blowing teams out, we went back to 8th, 9th, so we started to bring it back up. Obviously, we also in our conference championship played because I added 2 teams in so we could play a conference championship. So in that conference championship, we play Louisville. So we are beating Louisville, but it really doesn't move up our record or anything. So there's no spot for us to win the national championship or even get in that consideration. But at that point, I'd already resigned to the fact because, like I told you, I had a quarterback way back named Hamilton. Guy was amazing. We were on the run. We were actually 3rd, and then he gets hurt 2 weeks towards the end of the year, drops off the Heisman list. We ended up losing and not making it to the it was not good for us. So this year, I've been trying to focus on, getting some of my guys. I got a stud receiver, Titus Washington Jr., who up into the conference championship was number 1 on the Heisman list and completely laid an egg. Guy had like 70 some odd yards. Mind you, he had been averaging like 150 a game. Has like 70 some odd yards. I don't even think he had a touchdown. Like, this guy has been balling out all year, and he drops to LSU, their quarterback, who had 1,000 yards rushing and 3,000 yards passing. So I understand it, but I mean, my receiver was killing it. He was absolutely killing it. Now we actually play in the Fiesta, or I think it's either Fiesta or the Orange Bowl. I think we played the Orange Bowl last year. Now we actually are going to go up against LSU. So I'm zero blitzing all day. I'm making sure we take him out of the game. Let's just say that. But yeah, it's just. It's a bitter pill to swallow because I know this is it. I've already started to recruit to the way that it's just like, I used to be like under 73, you're not coming on my team. Like I'm 73 and above. I just want the studs. Now I'm like, you're 65. I'm not going to be here. So you're good. You're good. Yeah. I played all my quarterbacks just to get them out there, get them an opportunity in case they want to transfer or anything like that. Hold up. He said, here he goes. He said, explain what you guys are talking about. All right, Xbox 360, PS3, PS. Talk about video games right now. Sorry about that, Johnny.
So the last college football game they've ever made. Well, the next one's coming next year. Yeah. But NCAA 14 was the last college football game most people thought they were ever gonna make.
Yeah.
So there's still a bunch of us that are playing this game. I'm in like 3 Facebook groups that are just that game alone.
Yep.
There's still people doing like online dynasties. There's people like there's a big following for this game still, for a game that was made 10 years ago.
Yes.
That's insane.
And I'm sorry, it's every bit worth it. Bit
100%.
Are you talking about video game? Yes.
Absolutely.
Nathan, what's going on? So Alex plays on PS3, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on Xbox 360 with it. So his game's actually the revamped version where it's more.
Yeah, I went through and
modern.
modded everything. Yeah.
So mine is just straight up old school, you know. And JSU, what's going on, Andrew? Appreciate it. You know, you said you'd come on.
Get JSU in that game.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Hey, look, and Andrew Scott said we need to get Andrew Faubert on here so we can get some prizes. Hey, so you can get some college prizes. We can work it out, man. We can work it out.
I like it.
He said, I thought you guys were talking about some new Dynasty League. It's an expansion league, all right?
We're talking about our Dynasty League.
Right. Oh, man. I don't have PS3 traded for a 4A. Understand.
You got a 360?
Yeah, right. You can play it. You can play it on the PS3 as well, to be honest.
Yeah, so, PS3, but can't on the PS4, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, I don't play video games. I watch real games. Hey, that's on you. I don't know what you're doing in your spare time. But outside of doing this, all right, and taking care of Cat, I'm on there. That's how I decompress.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at, and we'll definitely give you new detail. Like I said, I am at the end of my tenure here at Temple. It's that point where I had to leave a couple years back. I was like, should I do it? But I had like the Washington Junior, so I said, you know what? Let me stick it out till at least he gets draft eligible. He is a junior this year, so he might come back. But even if he does come back, I'm still made up my mind that I'm going to leave. What I don't know is where I want to go. I've seen some big name teams that look like they could use me. Obviously, my dream school is Carolina, but I'm trying to wait on that. But I don't know.
That's all I'm waiting for too.
Yeah, see, I might just stay back and just go to another small school. Maybe even just go coordinator for a while. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I'll let you guys know. What do you think? Because after being a coach for so long, it's hard to go back and be like just a coordinator.
Yeah, I can do it. I'm the same as you. I'm waiting. Michigan, Harbaugh's getting up there in age. He's about to retire, so I got my eyes set on that. I'm in year 9, so I'm not too far behind you there.
Right there.
And I'm getting kind of sick of getting disrespected being in the Sun Belt Conference. So
that's it.
There's part of me that's like, just go jump to another school till Michigan's ready. Well, there's part of me that's like, no, I set my goal of I'm staying at JMU till Michigan comes calling.
Right.
So I'm battling that just like you are right now.
And see, that's the thing. Like I told you, I went and I could have gone out a couple years ago, but even when I went through the carousel, it wasn't the right teams. It was New Mexico State, so I'm gonna have to restart that. It was sorry, Scott. It was Missouri, but they weren't great at the time, and that was a stacked SEC. You know what I mean? It was like Vandy, NC State. So it was just teams that I just don't want to take. I had a better thing at Temple. I don't want to restart with somebody that wasn't going to put it all into. So,
yeah,
that's where we were. We talk about Vandy in the house. Nathan said there's a guy, Mike Daniels 247 on YouTube. Check him out. He does NCAA video games. Okay. Might have to.
Okay. There was another guy that I used to watch stream, but he stopped playing. He was in one of those online dynasties and like those big time ones, and he was playing 2-3 times a week, and I used to watch him, and he's a Buckeye guy, so I was supporting a Buckeye fan and watching him. He was so much fun, but he's moved on. He's playing 2K and that kind of stuff now. So, but yeah, there's been a few of these guys that I've watched play college football video games for sure.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at when you watch somebody play. The first thing I always want to do is play because I'm just critiquing what they're doing. I'm like, X is wide open. What are you doing? What are you doing? So,
and then I immediately go to, well, if I was playing, would I have seen that?
right.
Yeah,
exactly. So look, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're definitely going to be bringing you our NCAA and I'm going to get that and revamped Dynasty updates. Just a little something that we like to do. We even got a little group chat going with myself, Mr. Luce Moore, and our guy Will Kramer on there. Just going back and forth. Just something to do and continue the conversation, man. Continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I always take college football's national championship on Sega Genesis, put it on the full season, take the lowest team, played it all of the top 11 and go unbeaten. Okay. I like that.
I like it.
Back on Sega. say